Commanding General YAHANNA here, I.S.U.P.K, the original I.S.U.P.K, 1969, Body of Christ. Here's what I want to tell you, man. Now, I want you to think about something for a minute. You've been studying the scriptures. You've been watching us on tape. You've been watching all kinds of camps on tape. And as you've been watching and studying, you realize that it's coming to the point where you got to put this into action. That you need to step out there on the street and handle that work. Now, here's what happens to a ton of brothers. A ton of brothers go out there without coming through the school and learning what they need to learn. And what happens is they run out there and then they run into problems that they don't know about. And they try to get them problems answered online and calling brothers and all that, and it creates a bunch of confusion. And in many cases, it eventually chokes the truth. It look like it ain't gonna choke it now because you feeling strong, your energy's up. Listen to me, man. Listen to me. You understand? I've been doing this 40 plus years. Okay? Ask anybody my name. It's gonna all be bad, which it's supposed to be. All right? Christ said when they speak all manner of evil against you, that's when you know you're doing this work. Do yourself a favor. Come to the I.S.U.P.K first. Learn from the original school first. Even if you think it's too militant or too this, too that, don't let anything block you from getting the pure knowledge first, straight from I.S.U.P.K. I'm saying this out of love because I'm seeing too many brothers fall. They're getting up under cats, they're getting what they click. Bring your click here and let your click handle I.S.U.P.K. Because here's the deal. If your click ain't strong enough to handle I.S.U.P.K, why would you go out on the street and get swallowed up out there? And if you feel like I.S.U.P.K ain't got it all down, then you should be man enough, you and your crew, to come to us and lay down and break bread and talk about these scriptures. Ain't no harm gonna come to you. Ain't no harm come to a man that disagree with the truth. You ain't trying to harm us, we damn sure ain't trying to harm our own. So come to the I.S.U.P.K, sit down in our classes, learn from us, and then you can make your serious decision on what it is that you're supposed to be. And I guarantee you, you're gonna realize that it was much more than what you saw on that video, man. Much love to all you warriors learning, growing, and getting ready to bust out into this work. I'll see you soon. Shalom, family.
Man, it's Cali cookout done. Cap out there, parlaying, eating in and out and all this, man. Doc still ain't hit me with this itinerary, man. Come on, dog. I know this nigga tripping right now. Let me call this nigga.
Tazadak Ben Yehuda.
Speaking of a saint, let me see what he got, man. Hey, Shalom, Lord of Christ.
Shalom, Lord
and Christ.
Hey, man.
What you got for me, man?
The Father
and the Son.
Man, what you got, dog?
El Padre y el Hijo.
¿Qué tienes, man?
le père et le fils.
Merde. Qu'est-ce que t'as?
Scheiße! Der Vater und ihr Sohn.
Ausschlag. Was hast du? Huh.
You know what, man? I'm
I would stop playing with you, bro. I got you. I'm about to send it right now. I got you, dog.
I got you. Lord of Christ.
Yang.
Damn, good night.
Lord Christ, nigga.
Shalom, Lord Christ.
Listen here, trooper. I'm gonna ask some real simple questions, and I want some real simple answers. So you bought the bottle of liquor
Yeah, I bought it,
before you paid your cookout pledge.
but it's. I had a hard day. My wife was nagging, kids crying. I needed to buy a bottle.
But you bought the bottle of liquor
Yeah,
before you paid your cookout pledge.
Yeah, my job, stressing. Wife was kept nagging and nagging. I just.
This cookout, we hosting all of Israel. And you ain't gonna pay your cookout pledge. Cause you wanna get a bottle of liquor.
Come on, sir. It was a small bottle. I don't see the big deal.
You see it? You know what you did? You know you done fucked up, right? You know you done trooped up, right? It's just a small bottle. Well, it's just a small cookout pledge. And it's a very big deal. Pay your cookout pledge.
I don't got it, sir.
Now, if you ain't got it, we ain't got it.
Shalom, Israel. This year's Down South Cookout, hosted by Houston, is where Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans are welcome. We will have a variety of events going down in the South. You know what I'm saying? Like the General Muhammad scripture breakdown happening on Thursday, October 30th, along with games and karaoke, and even a movie night. So bring that buttery popcorn. We are on Friday, October 31st. We will have a community outreach, followed up with the nightlife. On Saturday, November 1st, we will be having a brunch, followed up with a day party and the sisters event. That's right, we didn't forget about our sisters. And later that night, we will have another nightlife for our brothers. And finally, what everybody has been waiting for, this Sunday, November 2nd, we'll be hosting the Down South Cookout at 7701 Belfort Ave. And after that, more brotherhood in the nightlife. So bring your elders, bring your children, bring your babies, bring your friends, and bring everyone to the Down South Cookout.
Commander General YAHANNA here, I.S.U.P.K, the original I.S.U.P.K, 1969, body of Christ. Here's what I want to tell you, man. Now, I want you to think about something for a minute. You've been studying the scriptures. You've been watching us on tape. You've been watching all kinds of camps on tape. And as you've been watching and studying, you realize that it's coming to the point where you got to put this into action. That you need to step out there on the street and handle that work. Now, here's what happens to a ton of brothers. A ton of brothers go out there without coming through the school and learning what they need to learn. And what happens is they run out there and then they run into problems that they don't know about. And they try to get them problems answered online and calling brothers and all that, and it creates a bunch of confusion. And in many cases, it eventually chokes the truth. It look like it ain't gonna choke it now because you feeling strong, your energy's up. Listen to me, man. Listen to me. You understand? I've been doing this 40 plus years. Okay? Ask anybody my name. It's gonna all be bad, which it's supposed to be. All right? Christ said when they speak all manner of evil against you, that's when you know you're doing this work. Do yourself a favor. Come to the I.S.U.P.K first. Learn from the original school first. Even if you think it's too militant or too this, too that, don't let anything block you from getting the pure knowledge first, straight from I.S.U.P.K. I'm saying this out of love because I'm seeing too many brothers fall. They're getting up under cats, they're getting with their clique. Bring your clique here and let your clique handle I.S.U.P.K. Because here's the deal. If your clique ain't strong enough to handle I.S.U.P.K, why would you go out on the street and get swallowed up out there? And if you feel like I.S.U.P.K ain't got it all down, then you should be man enough, you and your crew, to come to us and lay down and break bread and talk about these scriptures. Ain't no harm gonna come to you. Ain't no harm come to a man that disagree with the truth. You ain't trying to harm us, we damn sure ain't trying to harm our own. So come to the I.S.U.P.K, sit down in our classes, learn from us, and then you can make your serious decision on what it is that you're supposed to be. And I guarantee you, you're gonna realize that it was much more than what you saw on that video, man. Much love to all you warriors learning, growing, and getting ready to bust out into this work. I'll see you soon. Shalom, family.
Listen here, trooper. I'm gonna ask some real simple questions, and I want some real simple answers. So you bought the bottle of liquor
Yeah, I bought it,
before you paid your cookout pledge.
but it's. I had a hard day. My wife was nagging, kids crying. I just needed to buy a bottle.
But you bought the bottle of liquor
Yeah,
before you paid your cookout pledge.
Yeah, my job, stressing. Wife was kept nagging and nagging. I just.
This cookout, we hosting all of Israel. And you ain't gonna pay your cookout pledge. Cause you wanna get a bottle of liquor.
Come on, sir. It was a small bottle. I don't see the big deal.
You see it? You know what you did? You know you done fucked up, right? You know you done trooped up, right? It's just a small bottle. Well, it's just a small cookout pledge. And it's a very big deal. Pay your cookout pledge.
I don't got it, sir.
Now, if you ain't got it, we ain't got it.
Shalom, Israel. This year's Down South Cookout, hosted in Houston, is where blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans are welcome. We will have a variety of events going down in the South. You know what I'm saying? Like the General Muhammad scripture breakdown happening on Thursday, October 30th, along with games and karaoke, and even a movie night. So bring that buttery popcorn. We got on Friday, October 31st, we will have a community outreach with the nightlife. On Saturday, November 1st, we will be having a brunch followed up with a day party and a sisters event. That's right, we didn't forget about our sisters. And later that night, we'll have another nightlife for our brothers. And finally, what everybody's been waiting for, this Sunday, November 2nd, we'll be hosting the Down South Cookout at 7701 Belfort Ave. And after that, more brotherhood in the nightlife. So bring your elders, bring your children, bring your babies, bring your friends, and bring everyone to the Down South Cookout.
I'm not letting nobody sell you crack. You know why? Because I never saw you before. But you a black man like me. That's right. And it's worth something.
This is Blackwatch with Commanding General YAHANNA, the only man to lead blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans.
God made man on this earth. The white man he made man. God made man. God wants man to obey him.
Bringing you real news.
You don't need a black man in the White House. You need a black man in every
many years, there's a lot of black people who didn't realize how deep the racism of white America was.
You ain't gonna do nothing unless you decide where you gonna stand at with the Most High.
This station is now the ultimate power in the universe.
Righteous solutions to issues plaguing our nation.
Boy, you better wake up and see the power that is within blacks, Latinos, and Native Indians.
Join us every Monday from 9 to 11 p.m. Blackwatch. Let the show begin.
And you ain't gonna pay your cookout pledge. Cause you wanted to get a bottle of liquor.
Come on, sir. It was a small bottle.
Let's get it on.
It's a big deal.
Clap it up, clap it up, clap it up. Let's get it on tonight. Here we
You know
are.
what you did?
Listen, we here with Commanding General.
You know you done fucked up, right?
He'll be here shortly.
You know you done truthed up, right?
Truth about what's happening all around you.
Hey, General, Slakia, General.
Well, it's just a small cookout pledge.
There's a video playing while you're speaking.
And it's a very big.
Go ahead, Mayak.
All right, it's off. They stopped it.
Video stop. Clap it up one more time then. That's a good reason to clap it up again. Listen, we're here tonight, man. We're standing by for Commanding General YAHANNA. He'll be here tonight. Also tonight, Commanding General YAHANNA will announce the place, the city, the location, and date of the 57th annual Passover. Clap it up.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, man, we're getting it on. Listen, you got to get ready to get your tickets. You got to get ready to plan your itinerary. Plan your outfit around the city we're in. That's what the people do. Sorry, Marah. They plan the outfit around the city that we're in. They work it out because whatever city we're in, you know we're going to have an all-black party in that city with all kinds of local entertainers and entertainers from all across the world that will come into that city to entertain the Israelite School of UPK. Also, we'll have your favorites, the Israelite School of UPK performers. So that city is so vital because why? You'll have the people from that city there to come see you and come introduce themselves to you, and for One West to introduce ourselves to them. The captains and the officers over that city will have an opportunity to show their value, to show their worth. And so many other people will get to come together who might not have been able to come together if it was not in that city. Commanding General YAHANNA will announce that city tonight. Let's do it at the top of the hour. I would say that's a good time. At the top of the hour, Lord allow, we'll bring out the date, the time, the location of the 57th annual Passover. We're also here with General Mayat. Give him a hand. We're here with Officer Marah, Officer Yedaya, Officer Ibad, Officer Matamya, the sister, the little baby. We're getting it on in here tonight. We're going to tell you the truth about what's happening outside your window. You don't know. You're high. You are high, which means you don't understand anything. It must be such a treasure to you drug addicts out there to have us. Because since we don't get high, we can translate the world for you. We can tell you about what's happening right in front of your stupid face. Because you're such a drug addict that you'll need a grown man to tell you what's happening right in front of you. You don't know what your children are doing in the other room because you're high. You don't know what your wife is doing because you're high. You don't know what's happening in this world because you are high. You're escaping your world. You're a drug addict. But we are not escaping the world. We're fixing it and preparing the way for a better one. So we'll be able to explain your world to you tonight, as we often do. All right? We're going to go through the stories. General Mayak, did you want to say anything?
Sir.
Let's get it on with Officer Yedaya. We're ready. Mm-hmm.
Use of force was reasonable. Federal judge grants qualified immunity to cop who killed innocent black man trying to break up fight, protecting cop from legal liability.
Break it down for him again, Yedaya.
Colonel McCon, sir.
For those of you that don't know why Yedaya is getting it, we're going to explain something tonight called qualified immunity. Until the Freddie Gray situation, most of us had never heard of qualified immunity. Qualified immunity is something that cops are able to enjoy that prohibits them from being sued personally, even when they break the law. Even when they use excessive force or break the law, a cop cannot be personally sued. You can sue the city if a cop violates your rights or commits a crime against you, but you cannot personally sue that particular police officer, and it's called qualified immunity. Many people have tried to get rid of qualified immunity because, of course, a cop does not care that he will bankrupt the city when he beats you up and violates your rights, because he will still get to keep his job. And if not, he'll get to work at a police station in another city. Those of you might have heard of Purple Nate of the I.U.I.C, the Purple Pigs, Cerdos Marados. The Purple Pigs, the I.U.I.C, they are black conservative Donald Trump supporters. Well, Nate, Bishop Nate of the I.U.I.C, he was a detective 3rd grade in Brooklyn, New York. And the reason he is no longer a detective is because he violated the civil rights of 2 or 3 black men in Brooklyn who were innocent. He violated their rights and abused them. And because of that, the city of New York had to pay these black men $245,000. They had to pay. But Bishop Nathaniel didn't have to pay anything at all. But they drummed him out of his job. And so then he became your bishop in the IUIC because he could no longer be a 2nd-rate, 3rd-rate detective in Brooklyn because he had violated the rights of 3 black men. Maya, can you imagine someone claiming to be the leader of a black group, and he is a cop who violated the civil rights of black men while he was in the group, while he was the leader of the group?
I cannot.
Well, qualified immunity is the reason that Bishop Nasty Nate of the Lavender Lads, the Lavender Boys, was not able to be sued. It's called qualified immunity. Ask me a question about what lavender marriage is later, and I'll answer it. For now, I'll stay on topic. These crooked cops have license to breathe. Now, even more so because the president hates black people openly, and he protects crooked cops. Continue.
It was after midnight when a fight broke out between the 2 men at the bar in Wisconsin, prompting two other men to break up the fight, including Jimmy Sanders, a 33-year-old black man. However, one of the men fighting pulled out a gun and fired a single shot, sending customers running out the bar. The attention grew of Appleton Police Lieutenant Sergeant Jay Stonick, who was on foot patrol outside the bar with another cop. Stonick drew his gun and entered the bar, firing 4 shots, one of which struck Sanders in the back and killed him.
Someone fired a gun in a bar. The cop rushed into the bar and just shot everybody in the bar.
God damn.
Just shot whoever was there. Why? Because he's a punk. Because he's a white man, and white men genetically don't have any courage. That's them genetically. And white people know what I'm talking about. My white friends know I'm right. All of my white friends know that genetically, their people are not built with courage. They're natural bullies. They're predators. And the problem is predators only kill weak prey. Predators kill the baby zebra, the baby lamb, the baby deer. Predators don't try to tangle with a big old water buffalo. They kill the baby water buffalo. Cowardice is built into someone who is a natural predator because they don't want to get harmed. They just want to do the harm. Well, our oppressor genetically is a coward. So, of course, he hears a gunshot in a bar. He just kicks open the door and just shoots everybody in the bar. And, of course, shoots some black men who are simply there in the bar being black. Continue.
It says Stonick drew his own gun and entered the bar, firing 4 shots, one of which struck Sanders in the back and killed him, even though he was trying to break up the fight.
The brother was trying to break up the fight. The cop didn't care about that because that cop was scared and saw the opportunity to hurt someone. So he killed an innocent man. So, of course, he went to court. The cop was guilty in criminal court, but then the brother took that particular cop to court to sue him. And what happened? The jury was sided on the side of the police officer. Let me tell you something about these juries. These juries are full of white people who love to harm black people and black people who will do anything to be accepted by racist white people. They will do anything. A black man who is weak, conservative, liberal, but is dying for white approval will brutalize a black man if he thinks white people will accept him. White people will love him, like Officer Tatum. Officer Tatum is a famous black man who I've heard him say things, Mayak, like he wishes black people were back in slavery. I don't know if I'm exaggerating. I think he said that. He said things like he wishes black people didn't have the right to vote. And he wishes black people could be slaves again. Why? Because he has a white woman as his wife. And in his mind, if he can become more cruel to black people, white people will accept him more.
Yeah.
They'll consider him to be a good one. So in this jury, there's white people who hate us and black people who want to be loved by the white people who hate us. So this jury sided with the cop. Go ahead, Maya.
I was gonna say it's like black people and brown people, black and brown people. It's like they feel classy when they can show the world, when they can show white people that they ain't caught up in their color, skin, the color of somebody's skin. They can down black people when they voice their down their hatred for their own people, black and brown people. They feel a little bit more classy than the rest of than their own people. They feel more accepted by white people, like you say. Like they go especially on a jury anywhere. In any case, I seen black pastors. You know what I mean? Black people, period, get on and say, I can't stand black people. We so mad about this. You can't complain about this. White man do this, y'all marching. But how about this? How about when black people do that? Because in their mind, they're a little classier than the average black and brown person when they show white people, when they show massa their hatred for their own people.
And Mayak, it's explaining something that I know perplexes so many blacks and Hispanics. You wonder why Stephen A. Smith is the way he is, don't you? You wonder why Officer Tatum is the way he is. What's that broad that loves the MAGA movement? Candace Owens. You wonder why Candace Owens, Stephen A. Smith, Officer Tatum. What's that young, skinny little black boy that got beat up this week at the No Kings rally? The brothers kept sending me this video. This little Sammy Davis Jr. looking man, he went to the No Kings rally, hating Hispanics, hating black people. He's black, Maya, but he hates black people, and he got arrested. All your life, you have wondered why coons could be coons. Uncle Toms will be Uncle Toms. I'm going to attempt to explain Uncle Toms to you tonight. Candace Owens, Stephen A. Smith, Charles Barkley, Officer Tatum. Do you know how coons become coons? It's very simple. As you're watching black people get killed by the police, black people getting shot unjustly, strangled by the police, you're watching Eric Gardner and Fernando Castile and watching brothers with knees on their necks, screaming for breath, screaming to be free. You are thinking about us. And that's why you are so offended by how the police treat black people, Hispanic people. I'm using that word on purpose. You watch it and you go, that is so wrong. Look at how they treat us. Look at them kill us in the streets. Look at the police abuse us. Uncle Toms don't think about us. They think about themselves. That's how you become an Uncle Tom. It is just that simple twitch in your mind. If you think about us, then the police have to be stopped when they're crooked cops and when they kill innocent black men and when they murder us in the street because of the color of our skin. If I care about us, then I have to hate the fact that crooked cops do that. I have to feel pain for us when mothers have to cry simply because their sons were the wrong complexion when a cop pulled them over. If I care about us, but if I care about me, then I have to make sure to never care about us. That is Officer Tatum. Officer Tatum has a white woman in his bed every night. And he absolutely is going to get rich because he does not care about us. He cares about him. He cares about me. That is where every Uncle Tom's mind is. They care about themselves. The reason you are not an Uncle Tom is because you care about us. Selfishness is where Uncle Toms are born. They care about themselves. And if you care about yourself, you know how to profit. Tell every white man that I hate black people too. I hate my own people. The preacher, the pastor of the 2819 church, a black conservative who talked about how he was so ashamed of his race after Charlie Kirk died. White people love that. White people love to hear black people hate other black people because then it means they're right when they hate black people. They're right. Selfishness is how Uncle Toms are born. Uncle Toms don't care about us. They care about themselves. Everyone understands. Keep going. Próximo.
Israel says it will return to ceasefire after Gaza strikes.
Here we go. Israel said they're going to go back on the ceasefire after Gaza strikes. Let me tell you what happened after Donald Trump solved the war in the Middle East. That's what they said last week, Maya. They said Donald Trump went over to the Middle East and he deserves the Nobel Peace Prize because he created a ceasefire in the Middle East. Hallelujah.
He stopped he stopped 8 wars. If you haven't heard, no other president has solved 8 wars. He's the greatest because no other president has done it.
He is Jesus, white Jesus walking on water, Donald Trump. He solved 8 wars. He deserves the Nobel Peace Prize. Here's what I know because I'm grown and you're a drug addict child. Do you know how many presidents have solved the war in the Middle East? Do you remember the Abraham Accords? That's what Bill Clinton did. The Abraham Accords. Why? Because you have the sons of Abraham, Jacob and Ishmael, coming together for peace. For peace. What happened a week later? They killed each other a week later. Biden had a peace fire in the same region when Biden was president. Biden created a peace fire. What happened about a week later? They kept killing each other. Right? Go ahead, Maya.
Ceasefire, sir. Slocky.
I'm sorry, ceasefire. A ceasefire in the Middle East. Biden ushered in a ceasefire. Bill Clinton had a ceasefire. George Bush the first and George Bush the second both engineered ceasefires in the Middle East. What happened a week later? They killed each other. A week later, the firing started again. They killed each other. Donald Trump doesn't watch the news, so he doesn't even know that what he did has happened a million times. A million times. These ceasefires. Donald Trump does not understand. You know, Donald Trump has no integrity. And this is something I've always seen, Mayak, in people that have no integrity. They always think that other people will compromise their beliefs because they will. They always think that, Mayak. Like Donald Trump said, they asked Donald Trump last week, do you hope that you will get into heaven because you engineered a peace fire in the Middle East? He said, bitch, nothing can get me into heaven. I am a pedophile. Donald Trump knows he's a pedophile. He knows he can't get into heaven. He like, bitch, you didn't see the Epstein list? My name is all on that thing. I can't make heaven. You don't know that about me. I'm not getting into heaven. I have to live today. Donald Trump is YOLO. He believes in YOLO. Live for today because Donald Trump is not making heaven. Why? Because he's on the Epstein list. He knows he can't make heaven. You see, because Donald Trump is so selfish and such a pedophile and such a pig, he thinks that Hamas will compromise their beliefs and their borders. He thinks that the white man in Israel will compromise their beliefs and their borders. People without integrity can never understand that there are some people that will never make a deal. Never. But he doesn't get that because he would sell you his daughter if you had enough money. He wants to have sex with his daughter himself. I think I pulled the video of that already. Donald Trump thinks his daughter has good vagina and he wants some, and he'll sell you his daughter's vagina. Don't make me pull out the video because I will. I'll show you when he knew his daughter had good vagina and he wish he could get some, and he knows you want some. Donald Trump would do anything for $1. So he expects the Israelis and Hamas to make a deal. He expects the Ukraine to make a deal with Russia. He expects everyone to compromise when there are people that actually believe in something and they will not compromise. They won't give a handful of sand to the Ukrainians. They won't give a handful of sand to the Russia. They won't give one palm tree to the Israelis. They won't give one stone in Palestine to the Hamas because they believe in it. Donald Trump, you'll never get that because you are a pedophile and you would sell your daughter as a sex slave if you thought it would make you a business deal. Marah. We got the footage, sir. Play it.
Wouldn't have an issue with it then. If they were using her to...
I don't think Ivanka would do that inside the magazine, although she does have a very nice figure. I've said that if Ivanka weren't my daughter, perhaps I'd be dating her. You know?
Oh, it's so weird.
My daughter, perhaps I'd be dating her. You know? Said that if Ivanka weren't my daughter, perhaps I'd be dating her. You know?
Oh, it's so weird. If they were using her to...
I don't think Ivanka would do that inside the magazine, although she does have a very nice figure. I've said she does have a very nice figure. She does have a very nice figure. I've said that if Ivanka, she does have a very nice figure. She does have a very nice figure, although she does have a very nice figure. I've said that if Ivanka weren't my daughter, perhaps I'd be dating her. You know?
Oh, it's so weird.
Donald Trump thinks his daughter has good pussy. That's what he thinks. He looks at her and he goes, boy, look, she got a nice figure, man. If she wasn't mine, I'd be getting some of that good pussy from my daughter. I know you would give everybody the Middle East if you were in charge. You'd give everybody to Ukraine. You don't give a damn. You have no integrity. But Hamas, the Israelis, the Ukrainians, the Russians, they believe in their countries. They're not honoring some stupid ceasefire presided over by some orange pedophile. Please.
What you're saying is so heavy, sir. This is also the same pedophile that said he wanted to, I believe it was back during the 80s, where he saw a child. I think this little girl had to be like 7 or 8. And he said, you know, she's going to be my wife one day. She's going to be my girlfriend.
Yes, he did. I saw that too. He's disgusting. Guess what? I think 2 days after Donald Trump was the Prince of Peace in the Middle East, the Israelis bombed the piss out of Palestine. Bombed the place to death. Shalom, sis. Shalom. Bombed the place to death. 2 days later. And then the Israelis said, listen, we're going to stop bombing them. Don't worry about that. Don't think that us bombing them, you know, meant anything. You're tired.
If I may, sir, can I ask a question?
Go ahead.
Was this before or after he spoke with the president of Puerto Rico?
Oh, Jesus Christ. That's right, dude. I thought about that call this week. I thought about Donald Trump saying, listen, get the president of Puerto Rico on the phone. Hello? 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 Listen, hello? Think about his aides sitting there going, don't say nothing. Just let him stay on the phone. Just hello. Oh, you ain't got nothing. Hello. President of Puerto Rico. Hello. Hello. My God. How long did he sit on that call?
I missed it. I missed it, General. Tell me what happened.
Hello. Mr. President of Puerto Rico, I got a bone to pick with. Hello. Oh, you ain't got nothing to say. He don't want to talk. He don't want to talk. And remember, he got 100 people around him that know that Puerto Rico is a state in America. They just sit there and go, just don't say nothing. Just let him keep. Hello. Mr. President of Puerto Rico. This is your President of the United States. Hello. For 2 hours. Go ahead.
Salaka, sir. If he sent troops over there, that means he got pissed off.
He damn near invaded the country because the president had him sitting on the phone, wouldn't pick up the phone. How about No, Salaka, sir. Go ahead. Commander General YAHANNA is here, everyone. Ooh, stand by. Stand by. You hang on in. Commander General YAHANNA will be announcing the place that the 57th annual Passover will be held at. Oh, boy. There's so many suggestions. Who knows? But you will know in a few minutes, all right? So everyone just stand by. Yediah, is there any more to that story? Keep going.
And I'm also a white Texas nurse who won the award for above and she let them die at her hospital in racist rant during DUI arrest.
Boy, that alcohol makes all these white people tell the truth, doesn't it? That alcohol is a true serum. Did you see that one where sir? You see that one, sir, where the ICE agent got pulled over by the cops for a DUI? Oh my God, it was so good. You find it because it was wonderful. Did I send it to you, Yediah? Oh my God, I might send it to the brother. I definitely have it. He got pulled over, said everything that we say about ICE. Right? He just said it. This woman, she's a nurse. She works in a hospital with black children. Right. And just went and confirmed everything you've ever thought about white people in hospitals. Right? Everything that you're thinking, that the nurse is thinking, she went and confirmed that it's true. Right. And that's what this ICE agent did. I'll find it for you, Yediah, as well. Go ahead and read the story, and I'll get it for you. Go ahead.
Colonel McCon, a Texas nurse who was awarded for extraordinary ICU care, was just fired from her job after she was caught on camera telling cops who arrested her for a DUI that she would let them die if she ever treated them.
Getting pulled over by the cops. She would let them die.
Now remember, imagine, we got to take it every single time, over and over and over, no matter how humiliating they are. And I'm sure they was not as rude to her.
The general's mic is not on.
Your mic. My mic is off?
It's on now, sir.
All right. All right. Imagine how many times you have to go through that. And I'm sure that cop is nowhere near as rude and disgusting as he is when it comes to us. And she just came out with it. Showed him how she really feels. It's a lot.
That's it. Go ahead, Yediah.
It's crazy.
Colonel McCon. It says Crystal Taddick, 35, was arrested in Magnolia, Texas on charges of driving under the influence. According to an arrest report obtained by the Law and Crime, she was pulled over for going over 66 miles per hour in a 50-mile-per-hour zone. It took her 40 seconds to stop.
I sent it to Yediah, right? Yediah, you can send it to Morocco. I was trying to send it to him, but I couldn't find it real fast, all right? That's why I appreciate it. Go ahead. So she's pulled over because she's driving drunk, speeding like crazy, drunk out of her damn mind, about to kill somebody's kid. She's drunk. And this is another thing that, boy, it bewilders me about white people. And I know they know it about themselves, but I don't believe that blacks and Hispanics know it about white people. White people cannot stand being policed, and they think that they're not supposed to be. They think damn near it's their right as white people to break the law. And they're really a cop is not supposed to be policing white people.
No.
What are you doing here with me?
Right.
You are you're in the spin.
Right.
It's damn near like this cop pulling a white person over doesn't understand the assignment of being a cop.
Right.
Like he don't get what being a cop is.
He don't get that this thing started by being slave catchers.
Yeah.
You didn't bother the white people. You went after the slaves that ran away. So now why are you here bothering me about my vehicle? I don't care if it don't got no lights or no wheels or nothing. It's like, what are you doing? You know what I mean? And they talk about law and order just like that. They be talking about it like it don't apply to them. You know what I mean? Like, you know, we got to come down on law and order, and then they go to arrest you and break all the laws to arrest you. Like, they don't say to themselves, well, when we make this arrest, let's do it by the book. They don't care about that. They just care that you broke the law in their mind, so they can come down on you. It's crazy, man. It's insane. And you know what? If I could, some real some background psychological warfare for those of you that might want to know. If you go back and look at every single police show, every series of police shows, at whichever one you ever liked before, if you just go back and watch a couple of episodes, you'll see in those episodes where there comes a situation and the cop gets so angry because it was so egregious that he no longer wants to follow the law. And Jimmy, stop, Jimmy. Don't do it, Jimmy. Damn that, get off of me. And they have to hold Jimmy back and bring Jimmy back from the brink. And that is psychological warfare against us. Because this is what it tells cops. It tells cops that if you are angry enough, then you can abuse and break the law with blacks and Latinos. That's why they always got attitude. They got an attitude. If you just go to the average cop and tell him something that is legal, that is your right, he's going to be angry. And he's going to be angry because, once again, he knows once he gets to that point of anger, he really has to follow no laws. And that's why this place here is going to go to hell. You think you are arming up with these ICE agents and these cats when they being set up by Donald Trump and that administration for a horrible, horrible day. They being set up to be dragged into 100 wars around this world. China just gave out a major warning to the United States. Said they went into the sea surrounding Taiwan, and the United States had the nerve to say something about it. And China said, if you start a war with China, you lose. He said, you lose because we got this and that and this and that and this. And they want to, get it on. And of course, none of them want to go to war because they're eating so deliciously. But they going to war because the Lord called them to go to war. And all your young men, all you young men, and those of you, the blacks and Latinos who went and joined ICE, they're going to, let me tell you something, you're going to have so much lawsuits. What they going to do to you, did you see the protests in Chicago over the King's weekend? Oh, yeah. Boy, you better hope them people don't get hold of none of y'all. Because, brother, it's going to be Fallujah. You understand? Like they're going to strip you naked and walk you through the streets if you ain't careful. Like, your morality better be in the forefront, because we talking about people who are at their wits' end for how horrible you are. And of course, Donald Trump wants that so he can declare martial law or bring in some kind of what's that other one? That step down one. It ain't martial law, but it's another one. No. It's an act that I forget the name of it. Anyway, basically it's martial law. And he wants to bring that in so that there's no more government, no more law. He can just get buck wild in these streets and try to just take over the whole country. Like, it is amazing the vanity of white people. Like when you look at Donald Trump in all that he embodies, his vanity, his selfish vanity, he will destroy the most powerful country in the world just to be served. You know what I'm saying? Just so people can come out the street and say, praise Donald Trump, so that people can be in his administration, say, praise Donald Trump. He will destroy the entire country, the entire United States of America, which, brother, that's I've only seen that in the Bible. I saw it with Haman. There's a few people, Pharaoh in Egypt. That's what I think. There's a few cats out there who was so egregious, the Lord put it in the scriptures. And I will not be surprised if after all of this record get laid out and kept until a time that it could be added to all the records of what we went through, because it's amazing. The demon of vanity, the demon of vainness is an amazing demon. It'll cause you to destroy an entire empire. It'll cause you to cause World War III. Damn. Yeah. Like to be Just for you to get recognized, you'll destroy the entire earth. And brother, for you to be that vain, you have got to have a self-esteem that's in the toilet. Like if somebody just go at you, your self-esteem just go whoop into the damn toilet. Because you got to be fragile. Yeah. Get me right.
That's it.
You got to be fragile as hell to fall for that. But thanks be to the Lord, he's showing to us. Go ahead, General. Go ahead, my.
I'm just gonna say, right, like to be the the top guy on the planet Earth. He's the president of the greatest superpower on the planet Earth. But a rapper named Bad Bunny or Cardi B can't say nothing against him, or he'll respond. Like you would think he runs the world, the greatest army. All the countries are under him. The globe is under him in reality, and he worried about what Cardi B said, or Bad Bunny, or some black entertainer said about him. He is the most vain thing, like you said, I've ever seen, to where it's biblical. Like I wouldn't be surprised either, sir, if Trump was recorded in the next written script that the Lord puts together.
Like he's a perfect example, like you said, General. He's a perfect example of how to not be vain, how to not be carnal, how to not be absolute, endlessly greedy and selfish. Like he is like the epitome of it, and it's on a level that you could write this in the scripts. It's so on the level I can't see the Lord not say to the prophets and the scribes, write this down. This cat here is amazing. And something else, which is even worse. The Most High said, get me this in the Proverbs, where it said 6 things the Lord hate. Yea, 7. And then give me the one with pride before fall. It might be the same one. I'm not sure.
Okay. In general.
You know what I'm talking about, right?
Okay.
Like these are scriptures that totally fail him. And I don't know, do y'all got that story of the Winans preacher?
I never heard that.
I want to show you something that came out today.
Somebody in the chat mentioned it.
Yeah, look that up after this. I'm gonna show you. Go ahead, General.
It's not you keep cutting you off. I apologize. I sent Yediah a video, like going back to the story that Yediah bringing out about the white girl mad at the cops for pulling her over. It's a video. It's a satire video that they made with a Down syndrome cop. And it just captures the essence of how white people actually feel, especially the police. You know what I'm saying? So if we get a time to go in to show it.
Yeah, man, let's do it. Like if you see this preacher from the Winans, he epitomizes it. And the reason I'm gonna ask y'all to play this is because this preacher behind this scripture, I'm gonna read the scripture first. But this preacher is so foul and so disgusting. He's famous. The Winans, that's a famous Christian family. Mm-hmm. And he is so vain. The lust coming off of him is the vanity on him is like just is as big as Donald Trump's. Not quite, but close. Go ahead, read them 2 scriptures for me, you guys.
Khan, sir. Khan, this is the book of Proverbs, chapter 6 and verse 16. These 6 things do of the Lord hate. Yea, 7 are an abomination unto him.
Now you if you can put all these 7 together, you an abomination to the Most High. Go ahead, stick with me,
Khan. 7 are an abomination unto him. A proud look
off the cliff. That's him. Like believing to believe that a country has been built for hundreds of years on a constitution that you believe should just now stop and switch to a dictatorship or fascist government, and now just serve your vanity. Just let you wake up every day feeling amazing, regardless of what the hell happens to the country to get to that point. Like this cat is an amazing cat. That much that much I give him. He's an amazingly evil dude. Go ahead,
Khan, sir. A lying tongue.
A lying tongue. Everything come out of his mouth is a lie. We're gonna be great. We're gonna take over. It's gonna be amazing. You're gonna love it. All of that, and it's all a lie. I went into the supermarket today, brother. Man, go up in there and see how much them vegetables is, man. It's time to get some farming on. Man, Every bag of vegetables I got was $5. I bought a little bag of oranges, $5. I said, God damn. Like the whole place is going to hell. He shut the government down for his own purposes, which they got to reopen now because, of course, they getting jammed up with having to pay these cats. Stuff will start falling apart. They let it go too much longer. Stuff going to start shutting down. But just don't care. Just me. He like a 5-year-old in that there. He probably in there with 10 TV. Me, where my
Yes.
a big ass baby.
That's it.
Right or wrong?
That's it.
Go ahead,
Yes, sir. And hands that shed innocent blood.
And hands that shed innocent blood to send them soldiers out. You understand, in the streets of Chicago and bring babies out their house naked, rip women's children out of their hand, punch them and throw them down on the ground in front of their husband and kids. Like you are like a supervillain.
Yeah.
Like you like a damn supervillain. And the Lord said he hates them things, man. Go ahead.
Colonel McCon, a heart that deviseth wicked imaginations.
Right. Meaning you sit there and you think of ways. You so greedy and lustful and disgusted that all you do is think of ways at how you can make more money. He extorting half the lawyers, I heard. I don't know how true it is, but he extorting corporations. He up in there terrorizing them countries. I heard Canada capitulated, wanted to get down with them. Europe is scared to death. They falling apart. Africa breaking off from them. And he's sitting back just devising ways to get more and more and more and more. And you're not called by the Lord. It's not your job to do that. It's the 12 tribes of Israel to do that, to bring in that spoils so that it can be handled the right way. Is there more? Real quick, go ahead.
Feet that be swift in running to mischief.
Calling for a war, calling for a battle. They said Iran just attacked Israel. Israel just attacked Iran. I don't know how true it is because the news is all shut down, but they said they just attacked. They said that's why they stopped the Gaza fight, so that they can go deal with Iran, because, of course, they're trying to take over the whole entire region. And, of course, it's going to spill into a daggone mess, and we're going to have a third world war, all because of the carnal vanity of these people. And let me tell you, when this record get written out, the Lord going to have this record written. And when this record get written out, brother, in the future, they're going to be looking at them and looking at this record. Like the same way every day people come out on TikTok and stuff and dig out records on stuff that they did to black people that we never knew about. Well, they're going to do that in that day. And the record is going to be so horrendous. They're going to be like, just like the scripture said, let this man never rise, nor fill the face of the earth with cities no more, because it's going to be like, come on, man. We can't even allow this to even be brought back up into the earth. Look what it did. Look what these people did. We're going to never do that. We're going to rule, like the scripture said, with an iron fist, because we're going to remember, we're going to know in that day. And if anybody raised their head up against the prophets of the Lord under YAHANNA in that day, brother, that they ain't going to get the sentence out their mouth before the Lord step in and deal with them. And we do just what we know how to do, because nobody's going to want to ever think that you could bring that back. You finish? I want to keep dragging. Go ahead.
Of Colonel McCon, sir, a false witness that speaketh lies, and he that soweth discord among brethren.
And he that soweth discord among brethren, trying to divide blacks and Latinos, even dividing their own. He mad with Europe. Dividing that. Europe was unified. NATO. Remember, he said, I ain't funding NATO.
That's right.
I ain't giving them no money. Then when he got in the jam, he said, NATO, can y'all go and attack Russia? Just like a child. Like he just switched on the dime. Can y'all track it? Remember, 1 minute he told Zelensky, you got to make a deal. You got to make a deal. You don't have the wherewithal. Then he turned around and said to Zelensky, can you attack the Capitol? According to them.
That's what
he said, can you attack the Capitol? Like, that's like a child. That's a vain, I want the way I want. That's it I want. You ever go to a daycare center and there's one kid that's just, always stirring up something, and he want everything, and he, you got to damn near separate him so the other kids can have some toys and play. That's this cat. And that's the world that he's trying to resurrect. And he's trying to conjure up something in white people that is so evil that the repercussions will be just like Egypt. Like Pharaoh did the same thing. Pharaoh stirred up the Egyptians against the children of Israel in a horrific way, throwing our babies in the river and all that kind of stuff.
And brother, the Lord answered him. He answered him like, whatever happens to us, you can kill us all day, every day. That don't even matter. Because in the end, whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap. We'll be back. We'll be back right here like we've been 1,000 times. But the difference is you won't be in power anymore. You better take heed to what you're doing and what you're saying and how you operating in this earth, because it is going to be bad. It's a lot. Is that it? Okay, cool. I know you got the other one. We'll hold the other one, but did y'all find the Winans tape? Yes, sir. Please play this for the brothers and sisters. Brothers and sisters out here, if you ever wanted to know why we are totally and adamantly against the church system in America, you about to see it right now. I'm about to show you a cat that's so full of vanity and lust. It is amazing how this cat came at this congregation. Let's play that for him, y'all, if we could. Salam.
And stand in unity with the vision of perfecting church of sowing this seed of $1,000 plus $235 and receiving the blessings to come to all that participated.
Now that's only $1,200.
Yes.
Y'all not listening to what I'm saying. If you have 1,000 plus 1,000.
Well, I'm gonna work on the other 800.
Well, that ain't what I asked you to do.
Wait till the camera swing around. Can the camera swing? If you can. She's on the podium with her grandson. He dressed up in the whole shiny suit. Poor brother. He in hell. And he's standing there with her. And this troglodyte, this lust-filled dragon, she gave $1,235. It wasn't what he said. He said, Mom, you know I like to do that. He said, you weren't listening. Like that be the demon double talking. Go back to it, Barack. That's the demon talking in two things. You talk about talking in tongues. You niggas is talking in demon. Okay. Like these churches don't even, and let me tell you something. Our wonderful, wonderful sisters, man. First of all, thank the Lord for all the sisters in Israelite School UPK. Y'all do an amazing job. But I'm gonna tell you something. You're gonna have to get authority over your women again. There's the only way you're gonna fix your nation, because these disgusting bastards will pimp your woman forever. And his daughter, I heard, and son, both of them are drug addicts. Were drug addicts and had to go to rehab. Is that true?
I don't know.
Okay, drug addicts and had to go to rehab or something like that. And all of this. And meanwhile, he is demanding. Play it one more time for me, Murad, please. Can everybody see that on that screen?
They're looking at you.
Okay, beautiful. Let me play this thing here. Look at this. You could barely see the grandson, but there he is. Mm-hmm. That's a perfect shot. Now, why would you do that to her in front of that grandson, in front of that giant church full of people? That's a small arena right there. Go ahead and play it out.
See my McCoy, giving faith and stand in unity with the vision of perfecting church of sowing this seed of $1,000 plus $235 and receiving the blessings to come to all that participate.
Now that's only $1,200.
Yes.
Y'all not listening to what I'm saying. If you have 1,000 plus 1,000.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna work on the other 800.
Well, that ain't what I asked you to do.
Still, go ahead. Don't finish it if you don't mind. Was there more to it, or that was it? He gave her back. Am I right or wrong? I think he gave her back the envelopes as he dismissed her. Like she had to go back and get the 800 and come back right with the 1,000.
Okay, I see Pastor Marvin Winans shaking down.
That's the problem with these churches, man. That's the problem with these churches. These churches they got that same vanity as Donald Trump. Like this world is made up of greedy, lustful, disgusting people that keep the poor. They love the poor. Let me tell you something. Donald Trump loves the poor, even if he say he hate them. He loves the poor. You know why? That preacher loves the poor. You know why they love them? They love them because they can eat on them for forever.
You're like a plant in somebody's garden that plants tomatoes and never stops planting. They hate you, but they love that they can pull those tomatoes every day.
That's it.
You know what I mean? They look at that garden and say, I don't even want to work on that garden. I don't want to do nothing for that garden. I'm tired of that garden growing all over the place and everything. But they love to go in there and grab the vegetables out and fulfill their lust as much as they want and walk away with more hatred. Like, he is a piece of garbage, that cat sitting up in that church. And here's the sad part. He is the majority. Get me right.
Oh, yeah.
Like, he's the majority of what we deal with. And that's why brothers in here, especially you young brothers coming up in here, man, coming up strong, don't you ever, ever doubt the work that you're doing in the work of the Lord. And don't you ever, ever let anybody make you doubt whether or not we are right or wrong. Don't give a damn how many women they pack up in them churches, how many women they gaslight in them churches. Let me tell you something, and the music industry, the jobs industry, the news reports, all of them help them preachers. They all help them preachers by trashing black men, by destroying black men. A lot of these black women that's being taught by these preachers, they love their animals in the house more than they love their man. You understand? They'll call a man up and say, did you feed the dog? Did you feed the cat? But won't ask him, did he get a goddamn plate? She'll come home and feed that cat every night and will never say to herself, I should feed that brother. Like, that brother got to make it on his own. Black and Latino, without the truth, Native Indian, you got to make it on your own. Your animal, the cat don't. The cat gonna get a little box. The cat gonna get a can of food every damn night. They ain't gonna go without it because they know the cat gonna go crazy if he don't get his cat food, or the dog gonna go crazy if he don't get a bowl of food. But you always are left on your own. And brother, that's why you got to build a world that fits for you. Don't build a world that fits for them. That disgusting bastard, he's building a world that fits for him. And what is that? That's a world filled with lonely, psychologically damaged Black, Latino, and Native Indian women. They're single, most of the time past their prime in age. And now he gets to sit back and talk bullshit to them while he bleeds them slowly every week for money. And is so proud about it. So, and that same church, if you call up that preacher and say, listen, man, my gas is cut off, my lights is cut off, you ain't doing what God said. That's why you ain't getting your blessings, and will actually extort you. And the only other people I've ever seen that take a person that's down and work more money out of them is a pimp. Pimp is the only one I've ever seen. His woman is sick or hurt, and you got to get me that money. What's wrong with you? That's why things ain't running right around here. You ain't brought that money. Meanwhile, she dying, half sick, got pneumonia, God knows what. He gonna make sure he continues to pimp her, because he knows to get his success, he got to have, which is such a great point you brought out earlier. To be successful, he knows that he has to have no thought and empathy for her. He cannot care about her if he wants the success of the white man. And he knows it. So he does not go after it. He instead goes after pimping her. And I hate to say it, but our Black and Latino women, you so dumb. If you in church in 2025, you is the dumbest of the dumb. And it hurts my heart, because I really want to see us do better. I mean, when I went out there on the streets back in the 90s, blazing up to Black women and being hated ridiculously, being called up every night saying, man, what the hell are y'all doing? I was sincerely trying to wake our sisters up. I wasn't just doing it for show. I was doing it to make us aware, and I really wanted to see it. And thanks be to the mercy of the sisters that have come up in here, the sisters that came up in here, brother, and rocked this Israelite world like I can't even explain. I just got off the phone with Yatazak. Y'all getting ready to go down to Texas for the cookout. Yatazak and them killed 2 bulls. He off the chain, ain't he? That Negro there is off the chain. Big shout out to Yazak and his whole team out there in Texas, Houston, Texas. Now he brought 2 bulls back to the school lock to them sisters. And do you know them sisters dressed 2 bulls?
God damn.
Okay. Now think about that when you can't get that plate of food. Think about that when them sisters came back to that school and chopped up that blood. He said he had so much blood, the blood was all the way up over the bottom of his feet. Over his boots was filled with blood up in there from them chopping up that bull and passing it off to them sisters, and them sisters dressing up them bulls. You understand? I told them already I want the livers and I want about 3 of them briskets.
That's it.
A couple of them steaks, goddamn. No, I'm just joking, of course. But my point was that them sisters came through and did what it took to strengthen them men. Like, you lose your purpose, man. If you ain't got a man to strengthen, you don't realize how much you lose in your soul. Because the Lord said, unto thy husband shall be thy desire. And he shall, I didn't say this, the Lord said, and he shall rule over you. Like, that's a thing every sister should be able to enjoy. She should have a husband she can love. And that's why the school is here. That's why the councils is here. She should have a brother she can put that energy in and be successful in it. These preachers take that away from her. You rob that sister of that and teach her how to be a beast towards Black men and Latino men and Native Indian men. You teach her how to be selfish and vain, how to set her standard someplace that is unreasonable, for the average person. That's why them Kevin Samuels and them made a ton of money off of you Black women. They made a ton of money off of just telling you that you was not who you thought you was. That's all he had to do. All he had to do was keep saying is, you can't get a high value man because you ain't this and you ain't that and you ain't this. And you fell hook, line, and sinker for it. And that's exactly what this preacher does. Put on a suit, act like he got some authority to tell you how much money you supposed to give God, but beyond your 10%. And she came in there, she was sincere. She was like, go ahead.
If I could,
please.
It's so terrible, sir, because, okay, first of all, like you're bringing out, that little boy is her grandson. He's coming up there with her because she is raising him.
Yeah.
She's raising her grandson for the obvious reason that the mother is on drugs or out of his life or incapable. The usual reasons. And that speech she wrote a speech before she handed over this $1,200, because this $1,200 was such a sacrifice for her to give that it was a pivotal moment in her life. Like, imagine she said that speech like you were graduating from college.
Right.
Which means this $1,200, to achieve this goal, it was like a college graduation to her. It was like she planned on it.
Yes.
Planned on what she was wearing. Saved up.
Dressed in all white.
Saved. And wrote a speech like a graduation, which means it was a tremendous sacrifice for her to come up with that $1,200. And she thought he meant over 1,000. So
right.
She saved up 1,000, which, can you imagine a grandmother on a fixed income where she shouldn't even be working, but she has to work because she's raising her grandson. And then she strives to get $1,000 up to give it to the church. Then to obey pastor, she pushes in the extra mile to get 200 more, just to obey him, because he said more than, and it was so big to her, she wrote a speech.
And can I just add, I'm giving it right back to you, but I just want to add one more. No, I know you're gonna add some more. But let me add one other thing. And Muhammad, it was so evil in this respect that he knew that he was being a goddamn warlock when he said, if you got 1,000, add another 1,000. Like, why not just say 2,000? You know what I'm saying?
I didn't think about that.
Why not just say, I want you to bring me $2,000? Instead, he said, you don't understand. I said, if it's 1,000, you add another 1,000. That's a warlock. That's witchcraft. That's, because he want all of it.
That's all.
He want all of it, but he don't want to have to come out and say, bring me $2,000. Like, these cats are disgusting. They study this kind of disgust. You understand? And every day I wake up in the Israelite school, UBK, and I see how much we do with so little for so many for so long and so consistently. And I say to myself, what is he hiding in there? They went in Joel Osteen's church out and opened up the walls by mistake and found $600,000 in the wall. Just, I mean, that's just what's in the wall. I don't even know how you sit on $600,000 in the wall. You must got plenty more coming in where you don't got to touch this $600,000. You can just spend all this money you getting here.
Sir, which means somebody forgot it.
Yes.
That's why
they hit it by mistake.
Somebody forgot it was even in the wall.
In the wall and sent them in there to do the plaster work and they bust the wall. Oh
shit.
We got $600,000. Like, you know what I'm saying? We'll show you that how evil these bastards are. Like, that's a wicked ass dude, man. That's a wicked ass dude. So Salakia, gentlemen.
That was it. No, that was it.
Can you get Jeremiah 5:28? Because what you saying, sir, what you saying, gentlemen, behind this is so heavy. But this is all the Christian pastors. Everybody. It ain't just CC Wine.
Y'all got to turn Hodge's mic on. Hodge's mic is not on.
Can you hear me now, sir?
You good now. You good now.
Oh, good. What I was saying was this right here is all the Christian preachers and pastors. Everybody. Joel Osteen, CC Wine, and all of them got the same kind of problem going on. And the Bible speaks about these kind of men. Give me Jeremiah 5:28. Ghana, the book of Jeremiah, chapter 5 and verse 28. They are waxing fat.
They are what?
Waxing fat.
Not saying they fat, but they fat with money, greed. You know what I mean? Lust. Go ahead.
They shine.
They shine. Because look at it, like how Commander Yohanna said, you see his suit shining. He got that little nice suit on and everything. They shine. Go ahead.
Khan, yay. They overpass the deeds of the wicked.
They overpass the deeds of the wicked, man. That's what they doing, sir.
No,
Go ahead.
No, what you're saying is right. I was just gonna say, if I could,
yes, sir,
that they deeds super surpass the drug dealer,
the
stick up kid, you know, the hacker, you know what I mean, the identity theft cat. Their deeds super surpass them. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, that's the wild, sir. That's the wild, sir. Yes, sir. Go ahead, Yediah.
Khan. They judge not the cause of the fatherless.
Stop. They don't judge the cause of the fatherless. Like how General Muhammad brought out. That sister was raising that young man. And he ain't give a damn about how hard it was for her to get that money up and the speech she wrote for him. He ain't care. He ain't judging the right cause. Knowing that kid is fatherless. Ain't no father in the household. Ain't nobody there. If they was, she wouldn't have gave that money to that pastor.
There you go.
You know what I mean? The pop would have stopped it. The father would have stopped it. He ain't judging the right call. And listen, he ain't the only one. They all doing the same exact thing to us. And been doing it for a very long time. They've been fleecing us. They've been fleecing us to the women. You understand? Get them to the women. That's why most men don't go to church. They ain't trying to get played. But a woman, you can game up with some words. Certain things you say to them. Like a pimp. Which comes from the term a pimp in a pulpit. This is who they are. Go ahead, brother.
Khan. Yet they prosper.
Yet they what?
Prosper.
Yet they still prosper. Cats got big old mansions. This is like how Commander Yohanna said, Joel Osteen had $600,000 in the walls. You gotta be kidding me. They still prospering. Go ahead.
Khan. And the right of the needy do they not judge?
Listen, she said this. She said, I'm gonna do my best to get the other $800. You understand me? He could have said, you know what, sis? No, thank you for what you gave me. This is more than enough. He ain't say that. He telling her to go get more money. He ain't judging the right of the needy. Yes, sir.
And you was done?
Yes, sir. Come on.
If I could, Hodge, you so right. You so right. Like he didn't even act like the money was to go into the church for the work of the Lord. He acted like the money was hid. Like you ain't you ain't hearing me. He ain't act like, sister, well, it's good what you gave. You know, people gonna get help with that. Later for that. You ain't gave me my lust fill. I ain't gobbled up enough. And you ain't give me the full gobble of everything that I want to eat. Like these people are monsters. And let me tell you something else too. You wonder why the black community is so destroyed. It's destroyed for no other reason but that. Like they are the reason. They produce the horrible rappers. They produce the horrible singers. They the ones that produce the Nicki Minaj's and the Megan Thee Stallions and the Cardi B. They the ones that do. They the ones that allow our whole community to go in the toilet. Like, how does a young sister become a stripper? Because there's no funds for her to get whatever it is she needs to get. Why? Because this bastard got it all.
Right.
It's filled up in his troughs. Like, if the Lord ever put the spirit on Israel to no longer listen to them, brother, you're going to see the funds come out of nowhere to fix every problem in the ghetto. You wouldn't even need the white man's help for nothing. You could buy the land necessary with the kind of money that they sitting on. You could buy the land necessary to help blacks and Latinos. These cities are destroyed, and they destroy while he sits back in the middle of the city and acts like you're poor. You getting $500 a week, $400 a week, whatever it is, a paycheck, and he acts like your $1,200 is just not enough. And so he just extracts and pimps until every dime is wind out. And if you went to him and said, do you believe that she had more money that she could have been given? He would have absolutely said, of course she did. He would have never said, well, she might have gave all she had. She ain't never thought that. And let me tell you something else too. If I could get one more scripture, I'm coming to you. Don't lose that thought. Give me the scripture where the Lord spoke about the woman that gave the 1 pence. You know what I'm saying?
I was just thinking the same thing, sir.
No, you go ahead. You take it, General. Please.
No. Go ahead, sir. I would just my point I was gonna make is with this woman. Imagine when Christ said she paid more, and somebody said, "No, fuck that." she had to get more than them too much. No, imagine if what he did, what Marvin, what the Wayne did is like somebody saying that after what Christ just showed him. It's like, I yield.
No, listen, you're 100% right. That's exactly what they were saying. That 1 pence wasn't enough, which was so damn evil, man. You got it, you died? Go on, hit me. That's crazy. You absolutely right, Maya. That's exactly what he did in there. And listen, and that's why, and let me tell you something, that's why I don't respect church men. If you go to church, if you're a Negro that goes to church, I don't respect you because you sit up there halfway like a homosexual in that church. Like the men of that church is supposed to snatch him up off that podium. Mm-hmm. They both tell him, man, today's your last day, man, you retiring.
That's right.
That's what they supposed to tell him. Yeah. But they so spineless in there. A lot of you is homosexuals. A lot of you done slept with the pastor. He done had you in that office, bent over the damn desk, and then did all kind of horrible, horrific things to you. It's a haven for homosexuality. It's the birthplace of the down low. You understand? So we know it's full of Roman Catholicism and lies, but yet where you black men at? You understand? We grew up in churches too when we was little boys. And we went and saw that it was so evil and came up out that nonsense, man, and went and came and opened up this Bible and served the Lord. And thanks be to the 7 heads, man, at One West, man, for having the strength. Damn right, for having the strength to push up against that nonsense and all the other fake religions and to hold it down. And that's why we hold it down. Right. We hold it down so you always have some other place to look other than where it is. And it catches up. Brothers catch a lot of heat from it. Because you Christians, you hate our damn guts. And you always doing some undermining man, especially you old purple ones. Those purple ones is like a whole homosexual clique. Yeah. With you purple ones across all denominations of Christianity. You understand? But that don't matter. We still gonna hold this line for the next month. I pray this. I pray that the day never come that a young man like I was comes down 125th Street looking for the truth, and there's nobody there to find it. Because had them brothers not been there for me to find it, I would not be in the truth to this day. I would have never been on this crusade to wake up brothers and sisters from the evil of the churches today. And brother, we're gonna hold this line to make sure that day never comes until Christ return, that a young man or young woman wanna find her way away from that disgusting, child molesting, halfway rape house of homosexuality, that he wants to get away from him, that he does not have a place to go. Go ahead,
Oh God, sir.
So he was gonna say something different, please. Okay, go ahead.
It's the book of Mark, chapter 12 and verse 41. And Yahushua sat over against the treasury, and behold, all how the people cast money into the treasury.
They were casting the money in the church, same like the church today. Go ahead.
Sir. And many that were rich cast in much.
Many that were rich cast in much. Ooh, boy, that's such a lesson. The rich cast their money in for political reasons, for power, for influence, to be seen as rich. Oh, look, I got mine. It's your 2,000, pastor. Every evil bastard that does something in that kingdom was throwing something in that treasury. Ain't nothing wrong with dropping plenty of cash in the treasury of righteousness. You dropping it in a treasury of a church, you making a horrible mistake. When the millions should come into the truth. Go ahead,
Con, verse 42. And there came a certain
because let me say this, and in case you Christian, you diabolical bastards want to speak up against it, I dare you to show me any place in the United States of America where more black men get their lives fixed and more black men get stood up on their feet and more black men get out of prison and more black men rejoin their families. I'd like you to show me where else it's being done at. It's being done right here with no recognition. With no recognition. If you was trying to fix the poor, if you was trying to care for the Lord's people, this would be the place you would care for. But you can go in that church and see them flowers and them marble floors and them fancy suits and not even know what he's doing to help us. And you'll give him tons of money. That's what they did to the Sadducees and Pharisees. Remember now, the same our entire nation was sitting right next to the treasury. The money wasn't going to him. He was the one doing the miracle. He was the one teaching. But the money was going in the treasury to everybody else. But he's sitting right there. You understand? And that's what's in them churches, man. People that would reject Christ, that would reject the Spirit of the Lord. Damn that. I ain't going to feel nothing for you when the judgment comes. It's going to be bad. Go ahead,
Con, sir. Verse 42. And there came a certain poor widow, and she threw in 2 mites, which would make a farthing. Verse 43. And he called unto him his disciples and said unto them, verily.
He thought it was big enough to bring the disciples together. Y'all, come on, check this out, man. Check out that lady. She had 2 farthings, and she dropped it in the treasury. He wanted to show them how wicked these niggas was and how unrighteous it was to support that garbage. Go ahead. Remember now, this is the temple in Jerusalem. Oh, yeah. This is the legitimate temple rebuilt by the Roman Empire in Jerusalem, the official Solomon's temple. They thought, just like that Wailing Wall, you see them over there putting notes in, the official wall that they called official. He called them over and said, man, check this out. Go ahead,
Con, sir. Verily I say unto you that this poor widow have cast more in than all that which have cast into the treasury.
Like that's heavy. Like he didn't go up. Christ didn't have no vanity, y'all. He wasn't saying that like if he was saying that, he would have been like, yo, did you see that cat over there with the purple garment on? That cat cashed in the most money. He was the heaviest. He didn't say that. Christ didn't give a damn about that. He said, man, that sister there who had faith, who cared, and gave them 2 farthings. Yo, that sister, her donation was better than everybody else's, and was with the most sincerest heart. And brother, that's why the scripture said, "Blessed are the poor, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven."
That's right.
Like, the tide is going to turn. This thing here is going to turn, like the scripture said, upside down. It's one way right now. Churches, vanity, carnality. But it's going to turn, brother, turn. And when it turns, then a righteous nation is going to emerge. And that righteous nation is going to emerge. And brother, it's going to be hell on wheels. And people are not going to understand it. Because they're not going to understand when you say, when this cat in the fur coat is up here in the front of the line, he want to have a meeting to talk about whatever. And you say, now hold up, that sister back there with the shopping cart. Yeah, the sister with no shoes. Y'all mind bringing her up, man? Hey, can we get a couple pair of shoes for? We want to sit down and talk with her. We'll get to you, brother. They ain't gonna understand that. They're gonna feel like, what the hell? I'm such and such and so and so. But Christ showed that they wasn't shit. That her gift was greater than all their gifts, man. You understand? You got more on it? A little more, sir. Go ahead. Maya, you ready to come in? You coming in?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Go ahead. Finish it up.
Con, sir. Verse 44. For all they did cast in their abundance, but she of her wanted cast in all that she had.
Right. That was their abundance. That was how much they made. You know, the extra money they made, the abundance of what they made. She didn't give a damn about that.
And Yediah. Did it use the word penury? I didn't hear that word. I know in Luke
he used the word farthing, I think, Maya. Go ahead.
I know in Luke 21 it said what he just said also, but it said, but she of her penury have cast in all the living that she had. And penury means extreme poverty and destitute. Woo. Like she took what she had, like Muhammad brought out a heavy point of that speech that woman did to Marvin, the Winans, whatever his name is. She made a speech because, like he said, she'd been saving up. This is a moment for her in her life to show before this congregation that she think is godly, to show them, look, I done did this and I'm going to get into the church and that's that. And he totally smashed her in it, man. You know what I'm saying? And she was in the right spirit. I yield, sir.
General, you so right. He totally humiliated her in giving all that she could give. He totally humiliated her on top of it. And here's the thing, if I could, fam, what you got to see is that that spirit of her giving all that she had in her poverty is going to transform into more than money. Like money is one thing, but it's going to transform into brotherhood, into sisterhood, into empathy for children, into kindness into, love for soldiers who are harmed. And when you start to see all of that come about, then you're going to see a whole different kind of nation come about. And it's going to happen real soon because the Lord, all this that you see going on, if you pull back the curtain of all this that you see going on right now with the ICE and all of this, this is simply the Lord gathering you together. Like, even though it's hell and this is going on, it's the Lord bringing you into one people. It's the Lord saying, come on, get in this line, get over here, get over here. People who never thought the white man was the devil, went to school, lived their life. They waking up now like, oh, what is with these people? They're beginning to wake up and being brought over. Those of you that was on the fence, you being carried over. Go ahead, Al. You was going to bring something out?
I was going to bring a comment out in the comment section. Cat Mama Quad asked a question. He said, is this the same cat that said close the doors?
You know what? That's a good question. Is he? Go ahead. Go ahead, Marah.
Sir, they both name is Marvin, but one is Marvin Sapp and the other one is Marvin Winans.
Got you. Okay, so to answer Cat's question, it's two different Marvins. And let me tell you something. I see why it looked the same, because it's the same demon. It's the same demon that said close the doors. It's the same demon that said that money wasn't enough. Like, it's time to end the Christian church. It's time to end the Christian church and help ourselves, man. It's time for all of that now. It's time now, blacks and Latinos, it's time to come together. The Lord don't force it, because this is what he wants. And you need it. You need it. One thing about the children of Israel, when you go back and read that story of Moses, we were the last ones that wanted to be taken out of Egypt. We were the last ones that wanted to be freed up from Egypt. It's like the Lord had to truly treat us like his child. The Lord had to take us out of Egypt, even kicking and screaming. Like a child that don't want to be told he got to get off the playground. But we had to get off the playground, man. And this is what the Lord is doing with us right now. So they weren't even the same cat. So could you imagine how many of these preachers, how many of them are not as famous as these two? And how many of them are doing the exact same thing that are not as famous? There is probably a humongous amount of cash from our nation, all the tribes, that's going into the coffers of these churches just for them to have homosexual relationships and all. And it's so sad because they do it all off of a hustle. They do it all off of they play Black and Latino and Native Indian women's emotions, especially if they're suffering. They'll play your emotions and your suffering and use those emotions and your suffering and rob you yet again. Rob you, and so they rob you so good, they rob you leaving you believing that somehow God is going to bless you when they're just a pimp hustling you. Yeah. You understand? Which is, these cats, they should be locked up in jail. If it was Christ's kingdom, like Christ Out of all the people that Christ had to deal with, Muhammad, the only people that Christ put hands on was the preacher. Was them Sadducees and Pharisees. Yep. You had all kind of thieves. He was crucified with thieves. You had all kind of thieves and criminals, all that. Even Judas Iscariot betrayed him for the 30 pieces of silver. The only people he ever put his hands on was those religious leaders that was in charge, because they are the vilest people you ever met. And Donald Trump got that same spirit as them. Like, they are a disgusting bunch. I'm done. I'm not.
I looked up what Marvin Sappman, what he did, right? Yeah. Do you know when he did that, said close the doors, it was at a church convention where they was trying to raise money, which is what they always do. He's trying to raise money, and he ain't getting enough money. So close the doors so everybody give him the money I want.
And you would think that they were in such dire need of money. Yeah. You would think they're in dire need of money. And black people so destroyed, you don't even say, where's this gone? What are y'all doing? Are the people waking up? You know what I'm saying? Like, they just sit up there and make him more and more rich. You better hope Christ don't come back. You better hope he don't come back, because Lord knows. You know what I mean? You better hope Esau never go out of power. You know, man, Esau can't ever go out of power, because Esau go out of power, you black preachers, boy, y'all in trouble. Y'all in a jam up in that day, boy. Because it won't be no talking to you vile pieces of garbage in that day. So like our years. We over the time. Did I take it all up? 10:42. Oh, go ahead, Mara.
Salaki, sir. One quick point though that I did want to point out. They both wore purple when they did what they did in the church. They both wore purple. So this is Marvin Winans in his purple suit with the envelope in his hand.
I told you what's up with that purple.
And then it was Marvin Sapp, same purple. Close the doors of the church.
Ooh, this is some foul dudes. Like they in the purple, and it's like a new softer purple,
You're right.
Like a lavender, right?
Make them feel so sexy. Make them feel so sexy.
Right.
Like Bishop Nate.
Like, it's a covenant in that purple. Man. And our sister's so sad. I mean, they in there got a whole pimp arena for you. Pimp you, strip you, take everything you got and send you home broke and simple. What else we got? You don't need anything else? Let's get some more.
Khan, fake apology. Chick-fil-A sparks outrage after black officer was forced to pay while white officers ate free. Go ahead. Khan, sir. A black police officer said his visit to his local Chick-fil-A left him feeling embarrassed and humiliated after his 3 white colleagues were all given free breakfast while he was left to pay for his meal.
You understand? They brought it out earlier, so if you want me to explain it to you.
Please.
They in Chick-fil-A. You know how cops grow accustomed to getting free food at fast food places.
Right.
Free, which is where the whole cop donut thing comes from.
Right.
Because donut places always give cops free donuts from the 20s, 30s, right?
Sure enough.
So they're in Chick-fil-A, 4 cops in the line, all in uniform, all together. Each cop goes and gets his food. Each one of the 3 white cops goes and gets his food. The cashier says, "This is on the house. Thank you for your service. This is on the house. Thank you for your service. This is on the house. Thank you for your service." The black cop gets up. They say, "That'll be $15.29, sir." and they charge him. And he left there and went on the internet about it because this black cop was stunned that he didn't get treated like the white cops. That's the story, sir.
And brother, that is, damn. Like, you ain't learned yet, which show you that's why a lot of you brothers that went and joined ICE. A lot of you brothers went and joined ICE because you think you safer on the white man's side. You think if you join ICE, you ain't gonna be picked up. Only they gonna get picked up. When you are a fool, white people will turn on you in a heartbeat, and they certainly don't love you, and they certainly don't respect you as no cop in uniform at that. Yeah. You understand? Like, and that's why a lot of times, a lot of you are so brutal to black men and Latino men, because you so are not getting the same respect as white cops. So when it comes to us, you put one of us over, boy, If you get any disrespect from us, it's like, oh, I'm not tolerant. This is too much now. Now it's too much because now the white people are already disrespecting you. Now the black people want to disrespect you. You feel totally humiliated. And now you want to go up and start a war with a black man or Latino man over nothing. And it's shameful. How you going to be a black man, Latino man? Join ICE. You'll do anything for money. And that's why the brothers in the hood are going to rule the next kingdom. You won't. Them brothers in the hood that's struggling, that's poor, they're going to rule the next kingdom of heaven, believe it or not, because they had the strength to not care whether they ate or not. Christ said, take no thought what thou shalt eat. And them brothers in the hood are not taking no thought for what they're going to eat. And because they're not taking no thought for what they're going to eat, they're going to eat all. And you are going to be the one struggling, thinking that you're going to get over because you joined ICE. Here's what the Lord said. What the Lord said this: he that try to save his life shall lose it. He that loses his life for my sake shall save it. If you trying to join law enforcement to try to protect yourself in these last days, like you're gonna be all right, you are a fool. Because they're going to make it's going to be worse on you. They're going to turn on you, put charges on you, use you as a scapegoat when other cops want to do dirty and evil. They're going to make you give up your integrity. Haas, you know about that better than me. They tried to get Haas to give up his integrity. They're going to try to get you to give up your integrity and lie about you're going to have to lie on suspects so some cops can go free.
Oh, yeah.
And as you lie on those suspects, you're going to destroy those people's lives. And you're going to have to be okay with destroying them life. And then you're going to walk into Chick-fil-A and wonder later, why I ain't get a free burger? They didn't give me a free burger. So much that you're going to run to the internet to talk about it like somebody gives a damn. And let me tell you something else too. No one is going to care about your Dumbo ass in that uniform. No one is going to care that you looking like Mr. McCluskey in a goddamn cop uniform. Nobody's going to care. Because right now, all law enforcement is being looked at as so evil because of what ICE is doing. And y'all should be mad at ICE if you were a cop. If I was a cop, I'd be mad as hell at ICE. I'd be like, ICE giving us all a bad name. Like ICE doing all kind of evil stuff and you getting a bad name. And you ain't saying nothing about it. But this Chick-fil-A burger, you going to say something about. Like you and mean to tell me of all the things that you see as a police officer, you are not sitting there making YouTube videos about all the evil, egregious things that you see going on that Black and Latino people should be aware of. Instead, you quiet on all of that. But the white girl didn't give you a Chick-fil-A burger, and it is, your whole self-esteem is in the toilet. Like you're a piece of garbage and you don't know it. The badge that made you think you was a good guy, and you didn't know you was a filthy piece of garbage and doing an evil thing. I yield. So like I don't know if I get on for
If I could, what the man Julian is saying is so true. And if I could think, now of course the death of Charlie Kirk was a terrible thing, which we do not advocate. But if I could think of one positive result of the death of Charlie Kirk, it was that the Charlie Kirk movement got so intently racist, so intense that they don't even accept Uncle Toms anymore. And that, I don't know when that has ever happened. Uncle Toms have been accepted since Tom, since Uncle Tom, since Uncle Tom's Cabin. But they said at Charlie Kirk's funeral, his best ally, Officer Tatum and Candace Owens, were not invited to anything, meaning not the funeral, not a speaking engagement, nothing at all. No Black people were invited to anything. None of the Uncle Toms that believed that they were getting on the inside of the MAGA movement by betraying their own people. When Charlie Kirk got shot, you can't even be an Uncle Tom and be accepted anymore.
Dang.
Like it got so intense that now they only accept the most extreme racism, and the extreme racism won't even allow Uncle Toms to be accepted.
Right.
And that is a good thing.
Yes.
That's good, because if you would have gave this traitor a chicken sandwich, it would have confirmed to him that he should continue to beat up unarmed Black men to get accepted by his white cops. Like they have to realize that we are not going to be treated like white men. Like it's something that's good for them. Like I heard Officer Tatum say, I didn't get invited to any of the Charlie Kirk events. Nothing. Me or Candace Owens didn't get invited. and it was a therapeutic thing. It's like it tells you something that you don't want to face.
Yes.
They hope that if they can be cruel to their own people, they'll be accepted by white people. But you can't even get a chicken sandwich.
Dang.
So let that educate you about something.
Yes.
If of course Charlie Kirk should have never died, and we don't advocate that, but that was a good result. That was something that happened good in the movement of Charlie Kirk.
That was the goodness that came out of it.
Thank you,
He
sir.
didn't die for no reason.
Thank you, sir.
He taught us all a great lesson.
No, you saying it right.
He taught us all a great lesson, man.
Yes, he did.
You know, man. And let me tell you something. That's why I thank the Most High for General Haas. When General Haas came in to the truth, I used to question him a ton about cop stuff that I'd always wondered about, but never understood. And Haas would give me answers out that would just clear my whole head up about that world and why he had to get away from that world and what it was going on in that world. I mean, you hear about some stuff, but there's some stuff you don't hear about, right or wrong, that goes on in that world, brother, that you don't hear anything about it. And let me tell you something. It says something about a man to hold that level of integrity. You know who else held that level of integrity? Paul. Yeah. Paul stepped down from that Sanhedrin, brother, and turned around and went and stood with Yahushua, although he was persecuted on all those levels, and woke up tons and tons of brothers and sisters for it because he had more integrity than them. Candace Owen, too, that was like his best friend.
Oh, forget about it.
And they kicked her to the curb the minute he was gone. They kicked her to the curb like, beat it. Yeah, and that cat there is that brother there is so evil towards us. He's so evil. Like he will not let us have an ounce of justice. Like if a cop go and split a brother's head open on camera, he will find a way for that cop to have been justified for what he did. Like some people are just paid to sell a soul. And that brother right there, he got that spirit. And that's why we need the brothers that come into the truth. They used to be police officers to come into the truth and bring us up on a level on this side. You understand? In our nation to see and know. And I ain't talking about coming to teach us to put our hands on the steering wheel when we get pulled over. As though that was going to help. You know what I mean? I could have told them that. You know what I mean? When I was 12, they was pulling me over in the Bronx, and it didn't matter if you put your hand on the steering wheel or whatever. Like I'm talking about brothers that really show us what they do that's in that world and how much we fall into that world and how we can return back to our own and really be a nation again. This is the end, fam. Yeah. This is glorious, glorious end that we've been hearing about for so long. Here we are. It's going to slow roll right on out. It's going to get nice sometime. It's going to get worse. It's going to get harsh. It's going to get all of that. But in the end of the day, the 12 lost tribes of the children of Israel are going to come together, and then shall be the great return. And after that shall be the great return.
Damn right, Joe.
And what a day that's going to be, man. When them 12 tribes emerge and rise up under Yahushua, I can already see it. I go in the chicken joint. The Arabs look a little smaller to me. You know what I mean? I go in the East Indian spot. You know what I'm saying? They look a little diminished. Pants look a little wrinkly, a little extra wrinkly. I mean, look, I'm trying to figure it out. What is it going on? I go in a Chinese restaurant. His head be a little down, because they feeling the heat of a racist America. Yeah. And they seeing black people ain't coming to save them. Yeah. And now they hoping for a change. But their day is coming where they getting ready to get pushed out of here too. They're going to be like Candace Owens and that guy. Oh, yeah. They're going to get thrown into their own country. They're going to be out your neighborhood. You're going to be able to rent a store for $100. You know what I mean? It might give you 6 months free. Or just set it up. Pay me when you can. It'll be like that after a while in this kingdom. You'll be able to do whatever you want for you and yours without interference and competition and undermining. And just think about everything we about to take back. All the black hair care products, all the black, industries that have been robbed from us. All the pure teaching of our people. Because it's going to be hard. You're going to be hard pressed to teach a religion of another nation as we get closer to this nation being born. Like you're gonna be real hard pressed to try to teach our people some side nonsense because our people are gonna realize that we got to care for us. Let me tell you something, man. You may not know. Do you know that the government came in and stopped Isaac Hayes? They had a big giant concert where Isaac Hayes came out with no shirt on, with a big chain on his neck. Remember that?
Oh yeah.
And he was singing and jamming, and they looked at Isaac Hayes and looked at him with that chain on his neck and said, "This is too much blackness," and went about to change his whole career. When Isaac Hayes died, you know he was a Scientologist, man. When they got finished putting mind control and everything else on him, Isaac Hayes was a Scientologist, had given up all his blackness and passed away, and you ain't never heard from him. Please.
Can I back you up with
there you go. That's a good shot. That's it.
That was at Watts Stacks.
That's right.
Watts Stacks, a concert in Watts, California.
That's right.
Can I give you a modern day story that happened this week that accompanies this one? Snoop Dogg. Snoop Dogg. Now we did this story a few weeks ago when he was against his son was watching a movie, and somehow someone in the children's movie was gay.
Okay.
And Snoop Dogg came out against it and saying he doesn't want to have these images while he's in a movie with his grandson. Well, since then, Snoop Dogg has decided to just be a complete and total champion for the LGBT movement. He's coming out. The brothers can look up the story, but he's coming out in full support of the LGBT movement, similar to Isaac Hayes, in that he realizes selfishness means you can't have integrity.
You can't be selfish and then get integrity later.
Right. So he made a song.
They ain't having that.
Play the song.
Snoop.
About being gay?
No, about the whole love everybody thing.
Dang.
Off of what happened.
Dang.
He made a song.
And it never ceases to amaze me how black men who have been successfully championing black issues give up their integrity later on, as though they got to evolve to another. They love to try that with us.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna always be a white man is the devil nigga. I'm not gonna never be that. I know. Don't expect me to put on a suit, rise with integrity, and you know what I'm saying? I'm be trying to clean me up.
You can hear me right now, man.
You'll never get me all, because that's what they all do. Right or wrong, They all do that when you should just serve the Lord. Like you don't have to worry about whether we gonna be successful or none of that. I'm joking when I say that. I don't want our people to think that you actually was pushing that. You know what I mean? Because I'm joking when I said that about mine. That we bounce back and forth sometimes like that. But my point is this: you should just serve the Lord. Like focus on that. Don't focus on. Remember, Christ said this. Christ said, "The kingdom of heaven cometh not with observation." You can't build this like you build a regular kingdom. You got to work on what you working on. He got to work on what he working on. He work on what he working on. We work in the body of Christ under the orders of the Most High in Christ. And you're going to wake up one day and we're going to be a whole ass nation. Excuse my French. Like that's what you got to hold on to. Just build. You a sister, build on what's in front of you. You a brother, build on that. You got a camp or you a camp leader, build on it. You understand? Don't worry about the time. The time is perfect. Don't worry about numbers. Don't worry about none of that. Even though we kicking everybody ass. That's a lot.
That's right.
Just say that right. I ain't worried about it.
Right.
I told him already ahead of time.
That's right.
You know what I mean? Don't worry about none of that. Let's serve the Lord and watch what he does. And it'll be amazing at the end of the day. They went and sold out and then tried to run back. OJ did the same thing. Sold out, and then the minute the heat came from the white man, tried to run back. You know what I mean? You can't do that, man. Either you're going to be for us or you're not going to be for us. So, Lockie, I yield. Yeah. Oh, yeah, real quick. Let me let y'all know. So, if you didn't know before, you know now. Houston, Texas is where we having the having the Passover at 2026. We heading back to the BH Ranch, you understand? In Texas, it's going to be insane. Yahtazak got the ball. General Haas running the Passover. We're going to get it on, man. It's going to be amazing. Listen, when the hotels be out? Tomorrow, huh?
Yes, sir.
Tomorrow, we'll post up on Facebook the hotels. There'll be no more contracts. I ain't signing another contract. Y'all going to make me kill a white man. So, every contract we ever
when's the date, General?
I'm sorry. The Passover itself falls on April 4th. So-called April 4th is the 14th day that the Passover falls on. So we'll be within that day. The April 4th weekend is the weekend we will be out in Texas, doing it up in Houston. It's going to be an amazing, amazing event. If I know Yahtazak, he going to get it on. And if I know the brothers, they're going to all hold it down, man. So everybody, you understand, kicking gear also is $200. Y'all already know. Stop acting like, I'm asking for, 1,000 plus he add 1,000 to the 1,000 to the 1,000. You know what I'm saying? Man, $200, 5-day event for $200 plus your hotel and transportation. Everybody support the truth, man. Pay that thing, pay your tithes, pay that Passover, and we use every dime of the Passover money in somewhere in the work, in that Passover situation. Black Party, Cap McCobb, man, planning on him to kick it all the way down. Children's Party, we're gonna go get Banaf Sharaf. We're not gonna let Banaf Sharaf leave up out of there. We're going to get her, man. She throw her children's party like you ain't never seen.
That's right.
Big shout out to her. She blow us away every year with that children's party. So a lot's going to be going on, man. I hope you'll join us out there. We'll be down in Houston, Texas, man, at the BH Ranch, holding it down. I don't know. Do I need to add anything else?
I think that's it.
Big shout out to the Texas Posse. Big shout out to the heads of the Israelite School, UPK, man. General Muhammad, give it up, y'all. General Micah Allah, give it up, y'all. General Hazard Young, give it up, y'all. Also to General Q, General Shalmar, General Kathum Gabal. Big shout out to y'all as well. Salak, if I went out of order with that, y'all. I'm Commanding General YAHANNA, man. I've been sitting in this seat longer than I can remember, man. Holding it down, trying to push this through, wanting you to wake up, man. Come on into the body of Christ. Let's do this the right way, man. See y'all next time live on the UPK, fam. Shalom.
October the 30th through November the 2nd. Come to Texas for the Down South Cookout. You ain't gonna wanna miss it.
Shalom, Israel. This year's Down South.
Need I say more? October the 30th through November the 2nd. Come to Texas for the Down South Cookout. You ain't gonna wanna miss it.
Shalom, Israel. This year's Down South Cookout, hosted by Houston, is where blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans are welcome. We will have a variety of events going down in the South. You know what I'm saying? Like the General Muhammad scripture breakdown happening on Thursday, October 30th, along with games and karaoke, and even a movie night. So bring that buttery popcorn. We got on Friday, October 31st, we will have a community outreach, followed up with the nightlife. On Saturday, November 1st, we will be having a brunch, followed up with a day party and a sisters event. That's right, we didn't forget about our sisters. And later that night, we'll have another nightlife for our brothers. And finally, what everybody's been waiting for, this Sunday, November 2nd, we'll be hosting the Down South Cookout at 7701 Belfort Ave. And after that, more brotherhood in the nightlife. So bring your elders, bring your children, bring your babies, bring your friends, and bring everyone to the Down South Cookout.
Too many niggas trying to take me out.